All right. Could I request Priya ma'am, could you join us back on stage, please? And Uday Pratap Singh will stay on stage with us. Let's take the moment, and it's my proud privilege, a person who needs no introduction whatsoever. Shabana Azmi is with us, a recipient of the 2025 Shakti Award, recipient of more awards than we can count, probably a record holder in national awards, and she is going to be in conversation with Priya and Uday. Could I request Priya, Uday, could I request you to escort her, please, on stage?
Welcome back to those of you still with us, and hello and welcome to those of you joining us now as we of course move into prime time today at the We Women Want 2025 Conclave and Shakti Awards. I'm Uday Pratap Singh, with me Priya Sehgal, and we have with us on stage of course a legend. Yes, a Padma Shri awardee, of course someone who's won today for excellence in entertainment on our stage
also
as well.
Padma Bhushan, don't forget.
Shabana, yes, absolutely. Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Shakti Award winner for excellence in entertainment today. Many, many thanks to you, Shabana Azmi ji, for being with us. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Let me begin by congratulating you once again and take your first reaction to the Newsx Shakti Award for excellence in entertainment today. What would you like to say?
You know, it's a tall thing to say excellence in entertainment, because if it means over a long career, which is 50 years in my case, obviously it's not only for a particular performance, for a body of work, and I value it very much. Thank you so much.
Where do you derive your inner Shakti from? It's the Shakti Award, Shabana ji. Where do you derive your inner Shakti from in real life?
The values that were imbued in me by my parents, who believed art should be used as an instrument for social change. Those are the values that always hold me in stead when I'm feeling weak or I'm feeling, things. I have let go of control. I think it is impossible for any human being to be constantly in control. And I think the letting go of control and the actual experience of uncertainty also, in a sense, helps the creative process, because you're no longer so sure about the answers.
But in terms of the roles, in terms of, because you are a very strong, feisty lady, even in terms of your beliefs, in terms of your work outside the films also, does that also, do you say that I will not play a certain kind of role? Is there a decision, that you make? Because people often identify, or there's just some actions, some dialogue, some things that you will not want to do.
Yes, of course. There's so many films, particularly in the past, and if I feel that the film in any way is suggesting that a woman has a secondary role and she should accept the stereotypes that have been given for a long time, they're changing mercifully now, then yes, very clearly that's something that would not attract me, and I have made choices because it's just something that's so against my very being. I'm the daughter of a poet who more than 75 years ago wrote a nazm called Aurat. Then he says, "Qadr ab tak teri taarikh ne jaani hi nahi, tujh mein shole bhi hain, bas ashfishani hi nahi, tu haqiqat pe hai, दिलचस्प कहानी भी नहीं, तेरी हस्ती भी है एक चीज, जवानी ही नहीं, अपनी तारीख का उन्वान बदलना है तुझे, उठ मेरी जान, मेरे साथ ही चलना है तुझे. So that's the least that I can do,
तालियां हो जाए.
is to honor that legacy.
Can I ask one question? Both you and your mother, in terms, your father was a poet, your husband the poet. Did your mother give you any advice on, living with the poet?
Don't marry a poet. And of course I didn't listen. So they have a beautiful way with words and they'll win you over and woo you at any time, won't allow you to get angry because they'll use some khoobsurat sher. I fell headlong into it and I'm very happy.
Is there any shade that he's dedicated to you? Any of the poems that lyrics that we know so well? Any then that have been dedicated to you at home?
The thing is, it's a question that is asked of me all the time. People keep saying कि इतने romantic गाने लिखते हैं. He must be such a romantic person in life. And I say, he does not have a single romantic bone in his body.
No way.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं. तो फिर
Javed Saab for me.
I promise you. But then when somebody accuses him and they say that your wife says that there's no romantic bone in your body, तो वो कहते हैं, भाई आप अगर सर्कस में काम करते हैं तो आप अपने घर में उल्टे थोड़ी लटकते रहते हैं ट्रेपेज आर्टिस्ट की तरह. So he gets away with that.
The shairi is for the films and on stage, exactly. Not at all. I was just going to ask you that, who's the bigger romantic at home, but you've given away the answer. I have to ask you though also, do you believe that cinema, entertainment has been and continues to be a way of making impact as well? You were just talking about your choices, what you said yes to, what you said no to. Do you believe that this is a medium that can make impact and does make impact?
I think all art has the ability to create a climate of sensitivity in which it is possible for change to occur. To say directly कि ये आपने देखी गांधी जी की फिल्म और कल से आप बिल्कुल गांधी जी की तरह बिहेव करने लगेंगे, वो सच्चाई नहीं है. मगर आपकी मिट्टी गीली हो जाती है और जब आपकी मिट्टी गीली हो जाती है तो अंकुर तो फूटेगा ही.
वो जो दौर था और आज जो दौर है heroines के लिए, have you seen the kind of roles change, the approach of filmmakers as well change towards their leading ladies as opposed to just their leading men?
We've come a very long way. I mean, we came from a time when मैं चुप रहूंगी was considered a virtue for a woman. And then we went through a spate where we hadn't quite decided who this woman should be. So she just became, first we had Rambos and she became Rambolina. So she was just doing the same thing. None of the complexity of what it was to be a woman ever got reflected. It was left to the parallel cinema to start exploring the woman in all her contradictions and not painting her as either Madonna or whore. That time, I think, has passed. I mean, there are still things that go back to it. But I think what has happened is we also have very young, very feisty, very educated girls who are no longer interested in only hanging around the man and playing his appendage. So that change, for me, I have always believed that for something to change dramatically in the consciousness of an audience, it has to be within the mainstream. क्योंकि आप parallel cinema तो करते रहोगे, तो you're preaching to the already converted. तो अगर रॉकी और रानी की प्रेम कहानी में अगर आप देखते हैं आलिया भट्ट का जो रोल है and what a person she is in her right and all within the template of the mainstream cinema. So you have the songs, you have the dances, you entertain, you do everything, but you also carry a very strong social message. I think that's the way films can truly make an impact. Nothing which is preachy, nothing that you shout from the rooftops is going to create that. You have to be moved. And if you want to do propaganda, तो फिर आप pamphlets लगा दीजिए ना, आप जाके मोर्चे निकालिए, आप फिल्म क्यों बना रहे हैं? फिल्म तो एक मीडियम है, and unless you can justify the medium in which your message is being coached, how can you claim yourself to be a filmmaker? I'm very proud of that answer. तो आप लोग थोड़ी ताली बजा सकते थे वैसे इस पे.
I know, थोड़ी नहीं, बहुत सारी तालियां.
नहीं मगर सचमुच सच्चाई से भी बोला और उसमें मुझे
That's
लगता
an
है कि
impactful
बात
answer, but a very honest answer as well.
In fact, Uday is the OTT generation, लेकिन I am, Earth and Masoom is my generation, which places me. Aaj, if you were to make a movie like that, would you be the silent, suffering wife? Would you beg your husband to stay back? If you were to remake Earth, for instance, today?
I don't think Earth is about a wife who begs her husband to stay back. She has gone through the whole transition and then comes to an end, which is absolutely iconic because she refuses the partnership of another man who's also a very nice person, because she discovers herself and she says that I'm going to take and charter my own territory forward, and decides to pick up this girl, her maid's daughter. And it is such an iconic film because of that. Because now, 35 years later, so many people come to me and say, that film really transformed their lives. So I don't see, you can't pull out scenes and say, कि अच्छा ये scene क्या? वो scene किसकी तरफ जा रहा है? वो scene अगर dependence से independence की तरफ जा रहा है, तो it's a journey. If you are right from the beginning, you're strong until the end, you're strong, then where is the character?
That is the clap. That is the common thing worth a huge clap for. But, a lot of, please, बहुत सारी तालियां.
I can imagine आप लोग बहुत थक गए होंगे, so this will be a short thing now, don't worry.
I know Shabana ji already told me keep it short, but unfortunately I will not keep it short. I just have a few more questions.
When we have a legend in the house, we can't do that.
Yeah, it's too tempting.
Just speaking about Rocky or Rani, because you cited that film right now, is it true that when the part came to you, you were a bit wary of Jamini and Karan Johar's treatment of Jamini, but you trusted his vision, and then the rest is there for all to see?
I have to give the credit not only to Karan, but also to Manish Malhotra, who, apart from being such a leading designer, is also a friend of ours and has been working continuously with me in an NGO that I run called Mijwa Welfare Society. So in that sense, we are also partners. But I had imagined her as the quintessential Bengali Bhadralok with the bindi and silk sarees, tasar ki sarees and a jura and all that. And he said, that's done to death. Please, let's not have her go that way. And of course, Karan didn't agree with that, agreed with Manish. And so we went along. And we had strange experiences because in the beginning, I'm a Bengali woman and I am cooking fish in a kitchen in a silk sari with my long hair open. मैंने कहा पूरे बाल जो है वो मछली के सालन में चले जाएंगे. ये नहीं होता है कभी. तो he said, Karan Johar की फिल्म इसमें होता है. So I said, all right, then let me surrender to him. And because I surrendered, I think the film was appreciated. I got a lot of appreciation for the film.
In fact, working with Nasiruddin Shah, some of my favorite films that you have made have been with him. Is there another film? We've heard that Masoom is being made again. Is that correct? And
well, the film is called Masoom Second Generation by Shekhar Kapoor. It's got Nasiruddin Shah, myself, Manoj Vajpayee, and Shekhar Kapoor's daughter, Kaveri Kapoor. It's not a direct, an extension of Masoom. It's not about Jugal Hansraj growing up and having an extramarital affair. Okay, that's not what you should expect from it. But the emotion that it created and the family and the way it responded to. So it's that also juxtaposed on what actually is family, what is identity, and how is the city that is changing affecting us without even realizing.
Very interesting.
Look forward to that one.
Yeah, that's an exclusive you've given us. So watch this space for more. All right, well, we have run out of time, but let's end with a rapid fire. Are you ready for one, ma'am? Okay. Shabana Azmi ji's favorite cuisine?
Bhel puri and samosa.
How often do you have them though?
There was a time when I was having it every single day at 5 o'clock because that's the time the best samosa in Juhu where I live used to be made, and then now I have held back on it. But in my dreams, it's not kebab, it's not biryani, it is that samosa. And I'll tell you something very nice. The first time I met Nelson Mandela, the Nelson Mandela, and we were sitting at the dining table, and he said, "Can you pass me the samosa?" I said, "You also like samosa?" Yay! So
Wow.
both of us said, "Dono ko samosa bahut pasand hai."
Samosa, the soft part.
Samosa is the top thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you a beaches person or a mountains person?
Mountain, definitely.
What's the last holiday you took?
I'm going on a holiday 2 days later to Iceland with my girlfriends, none of who are younger than 65.
Oh, wow. Love it, love it.
So when our travel agent got to know that ये इनकी उम्र है और ये जा रहे हैं आइसलैंड, उसने कहा बाप रे बाप, तो हमारे ग्रुप का नाम ही हमने रख दिया बाप रे बाप.
Baap re baap.
Which has been your favorite film?
My favorite film, really, and I hope you're not talking about my own film, any favorite, any
Okay,
favorite.
well, I would have preferred your own, but you can endorse the other.
No, favorite is a difficult term for it, but one of the films that has continued to move me ever since it was first made is MS Satyu's Garm Hava, and I think it is the best film on partition that has ever been made.
Favorite co-star?
Nasiruddin Shah.
Okay, you had to say that. What's the superpower you wish you had?
That I could be invisible.
Why? You're the second person who said that.
Really?
From the Bollywood, from...
Can you imagine if I was invisible, I would be able to hear everything that is going on, and how much more knowledgeable I would be than I am at present.
Okay. Maybe
I
the
love that twinkle
filmmakers-
in your eye.
Maybe the filmmakers now can think of a film in which Shabana ji does that.
Not a Mr. India again.
नहीं नहीं सिर्फ invisible नहीं, कभी नजर भी आना चाहिए visible. अगर रीमा दास सुन रही होंगी तो वो मेरे को invisible बना देंगी. नहीं नहीं, I must also become visible.
Visible, invisible and visible. All right. Thank you so much, Shabana Azmi ji, once again for joining us today. And many, many congratulations to you for this honor that you've got. And we want to see much more of you in the years
Very
ahead.
visible, Shabana Azmi.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Shabana ji. Thank you so much, Priya ji, for joining us at the We Women Want Conclave.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.